Shawn Ray here from MuscularDevelopment.com in front of the world-famous Gold's Gym with IFBB Classic Bodybuilding Champion Breon Ansley. Breon, kind of new to the scene, because it's basically a new division in Classic Bodybuilding. But with that being said, you're already a champion, and people are becoming more and more familiar with who you are, not because of how great you look, but the kind of people that you're beating. You're beating some very good athletes, and I know you got your eyes set on coming up for your second run at the Classic Mr. Olympia Championships. But let's talk about a little bit of your history. Where'd you come from? Where you out of, and how'd you wind up here?
I'm born and raised here in L.A.
Okay.
Yeah. Went to school in Iowa. Played football, ran track. So that's where the wheels might come in at.
Yeah. Some good legs.
Yeah. So then I just came here. I started in acting. I was a theater major out there, performing arts. Did some of that out here. Then just got more serious into bodybuilding maybe about 2009, 2010.
So as a bodybuilder, you were competing as a lightweight, a middleweight. What was your ambition at that stage?
My ambition was to already take it to the top, but I started as a welterweight.
Okay.
Yeah, I was started at about 160, 65 pounds was my first show as a bodybuilder, amateur. Did well there and won my class, didn't win the overall, but I said, I might be good at this. That was about, what was that, 2011?
Okay.
Yeah.
At some point, the Classic Bodybuilding came up, and so what did that do for your interest in terms of, hey, maybe this might be something I want to do? How did that transition happen for you?
Well, I was going back and forth with what I was going to do with the 212 division, because I was in the 212 before Classic, and I was like, well, do I want to put really that much more size on? Is that going to really take away from my shape? Is that going to take away from my look, the lines and all that? And so I was going back and forth with it, and then, about maybe a week or 2 weeks later, they announced they're coming out with the Classic division. I said, oh wow! Then I can. What's my height and what's the weight have to be at? Yeah. So it was about at 175. So I said, wow, that is where I turned pro at, and I know I look good there.
Okay.
So I said, let me go with Classic.
How was the first experience when you got on stage in that division in relationship to your bodybuilding experience? Was it very much difference, or was it just kind of doing the same old thing?
Well, it was different because I was a top guy. I did 2 shows as a 212 competitor, and both of them weren't good. Okay. I didn't place high in neither.
Did you lose to bigger guys? Is what it was basically?
Yeah, I lost to bigger guys, and I wasn't even in good condition.
Okay.
My conditioning was off anyway, so both of those things I had going against me. But there wasn't a problem with conditioning coming down all the way to 175 in Classic, that's for sure.
Okay. So and then how did you do in your first show?
First show, Classic division, Classic Physique. I did the Prestige Crystal Cup last year in Boca Raton, and I won.
So and then from there you went to? From there I
went to the Olympia last year. Yep.
And placed
4th place.
And this was a controversial 4th place. This wasn't a 4th place that a lot of people had you even higher than 4th place. So what kind of taste in your mouth did you have leaving Las Vegas? Did this make you thirsty for 2017?
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
And in what capacity? Did you look at the guys that you lost to and think, I can beat those guys? Or did you look back and just kind of hear the response from the crowd that you were actually better than what you replaced?
In totality, that's pretty much what it was. Both of those things that you just said. Looked at the guys who placed ahead of me. Analyzed everything myself. Looked at just heard from all the airwaves and what everybody was saying, and but I knew how I worked and what I looked like, and how things should have gone. I thought they should have gone, but hey. It was what it was. Came back with a vengeance this year for the New York.
And at that New York, I might add, it wasn't like a walk in the park. You had some stiff competition, but once again, you came up roses. So did that kind of confirm to you that Olympia title is one day potentially going to be yours?
Absolutely. I think that was a good stepping block a couple of weeks ago to kind of be the front runner for this upcoming Olympia contest this September. And that's what we did it for. We did it to kind of build the momentum going into the show. And I think we accomplished that.
So, and in doing that, are you looking at making changes to your physique, or are you looking at what you got to do to beat these guys? Like, what did Danny Hester, in your estimation, who's the champion, have that made him the champion, or what do you think there is that you might need to beat him?
What a question.
Or did you think you beat him a year ago?
That's what I'm saying.
Subjective.
That's what I'm saying. So, I don't think I have to I don't think I have to change too much. I definitely don't have to do anything as far as size is concerned. I think I possess
stand toe to toe.
Yeah, as far as one of the most muscular guys up there with the top guys, and I think I just have to come in sharper. Just come in sharp. Just have everything tie in and be conditioned like I am all the time anyway, and pretty much just sharpen everything up.
And with that being said, now that you've got the one under your belt and you're going for number 2, what does the division need as a competitor on that stage? What would you like to see happen with the Classic Bodybuilding Olympia?
Well, I think it would be great if we can kind of go into maybe the classic shorts, go with the classic trunks, kind of maybe show the glutes a little bit.
Okay, so shorten them up a little bit.
That would be great.
Okay.
I mean, to somebody like me who comes in with striated glutes, I think that would be good to showcase. Mm-hmm. And I think it's headed in the right direction from what I saw at the New York Pro a few weekends ago. I think it's headed in the right direction as far as what they're looking for, and what they're honoring, what they're saying. Okay, this is what we want classic to look like.
What is the major difference for you? Because you did both. You did bodybuilding and classic, and I'm sure you had your role models coming up. What do you like more about the classic look over just the open category? Is it the size thing or what?
I think it's just the combination of size, the muscularity, and keeping the waist tight.
Okay. The midsection is important.
Absolutely.
And the presentation?
Definitely. Let's not forget that. The presentation, posing. When you get up there and you do your presentation, you pose, and it's you really showcase the art form. With that small waist and how you twist and turn, and how you dance up there, man. That's all.
You're an artist, so I can hear you when you say dance. But let me ask you, like in the world of evolution, we watched this go from the vinyl records to the cassette to the CDs, and now we're on iTunes. It's all digital. Yep. Could you potentially see bodybuilding phasing out and going into classic because so many more people can identify with the classic look instead of the big freaky, or do you think we'll always have that big freaky flavor that people kind of want to see?
Yeah. I think we'll always have the big freaky look, and people will always look at that look and say, "Oh man, it has so much wow factor to it." They'll always respect it and admire it, not necessarily them saying, "Oh, you know what, I want to look like that."
Right.
But we'll always have that look. I think that look is that look is here to stay, and it won't go anywhere. But definitely, classic will be on the rise fast because of it. More of the common guy will say, "Oh, you know what? I can look like that, though. I can look like that."
It's a more participatory sport, and right now we are evolving as we stand here. Breon is headed to the Joe Weider Mr. Olympia in September, and he's got some competition, but of course he's ready to rise to the challenge. So we'll follow that all the way through as he's coming off the victory in New York. For Breon, I'm Shawn Ray, MuscularDevelopment.com.